come together, and a lot of them built out of the national forests and all of this stuff. So that evolved into the National Civilian Community Corps, where you do come together on a team of people from the age of 18 to 24 from all over the country, and you go to the region that you're selected for, and then you serve for 10 months at a time on the team together, and you live together, and you work together, and you play together. It's much like reality TV. And what I tell everyone is that my time in AmeriCorps was really like being a rock star. Like, we lived like rock stars, where we traveled everywhere. We had fans everywhere we went. And we got everything we wanted for free. There are more stories associated with this rock star thing that I recognize as one of the best times in my life, my time in AmeriCorps. But I wanted to read to you guys what I call a letter collage, which I compiled after my second year in AmeriCorps. I stayed on to the second year, and I was a team leader of the team. And so at the end of the year, even though we were gathered around frantically to get packed and move along after completing our service, I made sure that each of us wrote a letter to each other. So if you think of it, that's like you writing 11 really personal, heartfelt letters with like 0 time left. But I felt it was really important at the time. And then, as I had gotten my letters and read them right away, it meant a lot. But then, it's been like a year or two after, and each time I read the letters, it's all the more important that they ever got written. So then I combined them into a letter collage. So I'm about to read for you guys the combined words of my team members, which we were just talking about might get a little emotional. I haven't read it out loud for a while. When I did before, it got a little emotional, but here we go. Anyway, their words represent, they're layered with the humor, the sincerity, the conviction, the understanding, and the compassion of people who have just been through something and who have come out of it together. So their words say everything that AmeriCorps means to me. What I want you guys to get out of this letter is an impression, a feeling of freedom I have today. Freedom which I did not have before AmeriCorps, before the forming of our team charter, before I met you. For the purpose of this letter, I feel it is best to start at present and work backwards. I'm sitting here at a laptop. Some of them didn't get their letters written until after they went home. So this one, he's sitting in front of his laptop in an organized bedroom of a regularly vacuumed apartment. I use sticky notes like they're going out of style. I know when my exams are. I'm always willing to try a potentially more efficient bicycle route. There's always enough air in my tires because I do checks before I leave the apartment. There are no dishes in the sink, and my roommate doesn't just get along with me. He advocates for me, tells me he thinks I'm a good guy, even though our worldviews conflict like poorly scheduled events. Yet, we enjoy each other's company, having drawn up healthy boundaries for what topics ought and ought not be discussed. River Ford has made my dreams come true. I did the footwork, passed the pack test, and became the firefighter I had daydreamed about becoming. With my Ameri money, I'm taking a first responder course, EMT next semester if I get in, and a jazz class, ballet, in which I'm the only guy. I learned to pirouette last week. I can spin up on my toes on one foot like a ballerina. Very recently, I found a group of 100 or so serious swing dancers who meet up and tear it up twice a week in the biggest boozeless dance hall I have ever seen. Freedom does not mean each day is going to be cheerwine and roses, I discovered, to my chagrin. I need to study up a bit before I'm ready to pursue firefighting as a career. Both of my parents are experiencing unexpected health problems. The girl I loved left me for some swashbuckling Errol Flynn Robin Hood character, and yet I'm keeping up on my studies, walking through it all on my own 2 feet, and making time and finding good reason to dance. In October, I will be 1 year without a drink. There's so much beauty in my life, so much true joy, and I appreciate it because for a magical stretch of time, I hustled to Vanessa Sexy Silver, drove myself crazy over room inspections, made cold call after cold call to vendor after vendor, manned the nail gun until I could damn near play the rhythm of a rain-soaked Journey song on the thing, cut fire line like I was on the firing line, and kept on going, for you, for the team, and for myself. Names. How will I ever remember them all? I thought, making 1,000 mostly incorrect judgments about the strangers around me. Amelia, okay, she's the serious religious one. Secretly one of the funniest people I'll ever know, with the very best taste in music. Steven, the wild card. Amanda, she's the sweet quiet one. Secretly a basketball genius, with the singing voice of an angel. Sean, oh shit, there are 2 Seans. Handsome, motorcycling, adventuring guy, probably a conceited know-it-all. Or, as it turns out, a chuckling chi-man, wise beyond his years. And tall, funny, curly-haired guy is just the sort of sports-obsessed jock I've been trying to get away from all my life. Secretly, the most team-conscious team player, a walking representation of reverence and brotherly love. My first impression of Caitlin, like I really need another hippie girl with an amazing laugh in my Asheville-educated life. Secretly a miracle worker of the emotions, giving out spiritual revelations, one hug at a time. Kelly, the spacey earth girl's name, secretly a sensation-savoring street poet, a celebrator of everything wonderful and silly and musical in this mad, mad, mad world. Trevor is the little guy who wants to be a soldier, who will become my fiercest and closest friend, my ex-brother. The big guy outside smoking and listening to gangster rap, that's Aaron, secretly the truest gentleman. And team leader Z. The problem with my having a degree in literature is I can find 1,000 ways not to say one thing I want to say. So here it goes. Like a never-ending sugar-free Red Bull, he gave me boundless wings. When I flew too close to the sun and tumbled drunkenly into the sea, you assured me I would only drown if I chose not to swim. I doubt you knew at the time how dire matters were, how desperately I had been living my life. But rather, you were teaching me to breathe, to slow the mind and speed up the feet, to trust you, my fellow travelers, and in doing so, trust myself to save my own life. You are most excellent, a powerful and beautiful person to be around. You encouraged me at times and sternly reminded me at times. It takes a wonderful person to be able to do both. You instilled in me a belief that leadership can be used for good. I've seen you this year transform and motivate an oddball group into a dynamic, charming family of leaders. I've seen you single-handedly take over and win a touch football game. I've seen you devour a pan of crawfish. I've seen you instantly connect with strangers and canoe up the upper Wolf River. Before AmeriCorps, I wanted to serve my country for a few good reasons and a few more not-so-good reasons. I wanted to please the nation because I could never please my parents. I wanted to help strangers because I couldn't, for the life of me, help myself. I lived a coward's life, having misinterpreted my father's great advice, don't be a hero, the hero always dies in the end. A student of the youngin' generation, he meant, of course, don't be a martyr, don't die for a cause, live for one. I have helped communities, made lifelong friends, traveled and laughed because of you. So many people that are doing big things in the world won't have your level of integrity or passion for service. You're brave, citizens of the world, look out, here she comes, she means business. I was delighted to read your letter, which identified me, to my surprise, as a hero. In my mind, you've always been the heroine with the glorious plan, and the just as glorious backup plan if the go-to glorious plan somehow fell through. And I was the fool, fumbling to find my place in the line to be some kind of service. But you were right, as you often are. I am a hero with a cause, and you're the natural-born leader who provided me, day after day, project after project, with new evidence why this cause, not only to help others, but to trust them too, is worth living for. Thank you, You've made this year the best year of my life. We've made it together, and by your side I shall stay. Love you, mean it. P.S. For the most part, I really enjoyed being with you. Every time I see a jar, I'll think of you. Baby, you were born this way. So peace and love to my 7s, my 4s, and all of my AmeriCorps in service. It means everything. We all hold a piece of peace.